Hello and welcome back to 911 Scales. My name is Michael and today we're looking at the one who started it all, the very first 911 GT3, in particular a 1999 996.1 GT3. And for the boys and girls who are tuning in for the very first time, thank you very much. I'm very happy that you're interested in my channel and the content I'm producing. With these model car reviews, I'm trying to bring out some decent information about Porsche model cars. Maybe it will give you some inspiration and help you to decide on your next Porsche model car purchase. As usual with my reviews, first of all I'm giving you some background information about the car and the models itself. Then I'm taking out my macro lens and we'll get up close and personal to the model. And in the end I'll sum up with my scores and price, quality, details, rarity and significance, so that we can form a little scoreboard and you can compare them to some other reviews I've done so far. Like pretty much every GT3 which came after this one, this was also revealed at the Geneva International Motor Show. And no other than rally racing driver and Porsche legend Walter Röhrl, he was heavily involved in its development. And with the start of the GT3, the formula of success was already set. 6-cylinder naturally aspirated engine in the rear, 6-speed manual gearbox, racing car suspension. Pretty much a purist red dream, right? No wonder that the GT3 was so popular since the very start. And even though this car is actually now over 20 years old, it still has some very impressive stats. 360 horsepower from its naturally aspirated 3.6 liter engine. And what I was mostly surprised about, a sub 8-minute lap time about the Nürburgring Nordschleife. I would not have anticipated that. And like the real cars, the models of the 911 GT3 are always also very popular. This one in 1/43 scale is again made by Minichamps. It's this lovely red specification. Otherwise, there is not much I could tell you about this model apart from it is being unlimited. So let's get the camera up close to the model and inspect it thoroughly. Let's start our work around at the most controversial point of the 996 GT3, the front and its fried egg headlights. And here you can already see that they started to use fully transparent headlight, maybe to also already move a bit away from the fried egg headlight of the Carrera cars. Something which they changed even more with the 996.2 generation. Here on the model they also thought about that as well and have done these very well. Also the front fender and the cheeks down here are nicely done. And also the Porsche crest itself, sure is just a sticker, but it has quite a thickness to it, so it looks actually really good. On the side you'll notice something which is a bit odd on this model. First of all, you notice there's a roll cage in there, and then on the wheels you notice that this one has center lock wheels, which weren't present on the actual car and only came later with the 997.2 GT3. This is the case because in its core this model is actually a GT3 Cup and not a GT3 for the street. And Porsche and Minichamps haven't bothered of changing the model itself. Also, this one has a full racing interior with only one seat. Thankfully it's all in black and it's nearly impossible to notice that. Then the rear on the other hand looks again very nicely made and represents the actual car very well. Something what I really like is the simplicity of the overall rear of the 996. Sure, it has a big rear ring which looks very nice and tiny to compare to modern 911 GT3s. If you'd like to see the latest one, make sure to check out my review of the 991.2 GT3 linked in the description below. Also, this one has no scoops and quite a narrow rear itself, with the two exhausts on this one not being centrally mounted than on the later 997 GT3s. So that this thing is actually a 911 GT3 Cup is quite a bummer, right? Which means that you're searching for the perfect first 911 GT3 model car. That's quite a hard thing to do, because also I think this is the only model car which Porsche sold of the original 911 GT3. If you have other information and there is another model car of this exact model out there, please let me know, would be very much appreciated. Comment here below. As usual with these reviews, let's rate this model in our scores. First up, price. These models are very cheap nowadays, costing only between 15 to 25 euros. Which means that this model is getting in price a 9 out of 10. Quality isn't that good, especially compared to newer Minichamps model cars. This does not hold up very well, getting only a 5 out of 10. Details, this is where this model gets a very low score, mostly because of the errors they've made, giving it only a 3 out of 10. Rarity is also bad. This model is not limited and there are also many out there for sale, also giving it only a 3 out of 10. Significance on the other hand is high. This is the very first 911 GT3 and the GT3 proved to be one of the most popular Porsches out there, giving it here a 9 out of 10. Overall, this means that the original 911 GT3 model car gets a 29 out of 50 and puts it here on our scoreboard. So the 996.1 GT3 suffers from a below average quality and a low details and rarity score. And if you like to see a detailed scoreboard with all the models I reviewed so far, I've done a Google Sheet which you can check out via the link in the description below. So what do you think? Can you overlook the wrong reels and the racing car interior? Or is this just a big no-no for you? Let me know in the comments below. And before I'm sending you to some high resolution pictures at the end of this video, which always look awesome on a 4K big screen monitor, I would like to say thank you very much for watching, for tuning into 911 Scales, watching this video until the very end. If you like, hit that like button and the subscribe button down below. Really helps me out spreading the passion for Porsche model cars. And also if you want to see some more content to enjoy, hit me up on Instagram at 911 Scales. And that's it for now. Tune in then the next time when I explore the Porsche model car world in 911 Scales. Thank you very much. Allah, ciao.